Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. So a highly requested video, you asked me to do my homeschooling, what we get up to, what we use. I know you've been asking this for a really long time, and I'm finally getting around to it because we went out, we done a bit of shopping, and we got some more goodies. So I'm about to show you what we use and the new things that we have bought. Hope you enjoy. So this is our homeschooling section, and it goes all the way up to the top of the wall. As you remember, this is the daily task board that I have done a video on and how I created that. But one of the most used things are our books. Now we use these books, and they are the Oxford Reading Tree, and they've got like Kipper and Biff and all. It's literally these are so good. The Oxford Reading Tree is used by 80% of UK primary schools. So my boys did start these in school. They loved them so much, so we got them for homeschool. And the good thing about these books, I'll show you, is they go from stage 1. So this book here is literally like the earliest stage, just level 1. Just got small sentences, and then it goes all the way up to level 5, which is like 75 plus words by sight. These books are a godsend. So both of the boys have dyslexia, and we have got this book set. So as you can see, they are very small little lines of words. It's like working on your words, bringing the sentences together, but there's not a massive sentence where your child with reading difficulties is going to struggle. So as you can see in these books, the illustrations are incredible still, but there are a lot more words. There are actually full sentences in these books. So each level you go up, this is level 5A. See, even more now. In this book there are 75 plus words by sight. Can read ahead to check meanings. Can read silently by themselves. And again, in this book you've got the repeated words in here, so you can actually do prompt cards, especially with the bigger words. But what I tend to do with the bigger words is I'll split them up, and I would actually draw in here. So it would be like it, and then I'll draw a line, and then it'd be like ing, it, ing, and so spell out the words, especially with children with learning difficulties like dyslexia. They do really find it hard. Then I've got the phonics books. Now these are so helpful. So these are sounds in books. So it is as in shown, as in dream, as in play. And then you go through, and what they actually do, which is so clever, the illustrations in these books, absolutely amazing, just love them, is they highlight Joe, snow, show. So basically you'll go through the whole book, and they'll keep highlighting the words that you're learning that day. Row, Joe. Then as you can see, it goes on. I've actually got, again, the next stage up. So this is 5, so it's 4, 5 and 6. But these books are like the next stage up from these. So it's another level up. But if I show you level 6, so these are the books. Absolutely brilliant illustrations. I absolutely love these books. My boys want me to read this on Storytime Momma Core because they absolutely love them. So these are the Oxford ones as well. But inside, as you can see, there's full sentences. And these words are going up. They're more difficult than before with stage 1 there. But these ones are a lot harder. We're getting there. We haven't got here yet. Evan is on 4. So 4 is like the start of here. So like we're going up here on 4. So this one here and this one here are literally almost the same. They're full sentences. I could show you one of the higher ones. So it goes 4A, 4B and 4C. So each book is going up a level and you're adding more words and a fuller sentence. There's Evan's bookmarks. We make our own bookmark out of old cards. That's one of our crafting things that we do. So over here we've got Christmas cards, birthday cards, and then what we do is we cut them up and we make them into bookmarks. So creative, and the boys absolutely love just grabbing and creating their own bookmarks. And remember, when you've got a child that has got learning difficulties and they do struggle to read, remember less is more. So if they're having a day where they're stressed out and you know that, okay, today is the day where they're a little bit stressed, they're a little bit anxious, everything is getting on top of them, go back to level 1 and at least then they're still reading, they're still getting to know their words. You're not basically overdoing it and making them feel overwhelmed, because with everyone with ADHD and ADD, it's, if you try to make them read one of those poor books on a day like that, it ain't gonna happen. We've got then are our phonics set. Now these are really important. We've got all our board games, all our pens, all our goodies, pencils, and you need crayons. These come in really handy, and they are really cheap too. Another really useful thing that we've used is the phonics word families. And this is basically a flip chart. So it's read, spell and learn. So then what you do is you just basically hold them up and then you read through them. And then you've got the thing is that I found with this, why this helped us so much is because you've got the pictures and they can recognise the pictures and then see the words, and they will remember. Every time they will remember, and it's so good for children with learning difficulties. There's 3 different things, and then what you can do with this one is it's got like this little bit here where you can actually stand it up, and then it's got all the words on the back, and that's it stood up. So with it stood up like this, and the kids can really enjoy, and then just keep on flipping them over, and they absolutely enjoy it. I remember when we first got this, we had this when we first started homeschool. The kids could not read at all. the school didn't understand at all their learning needs, and they just thought that the kids don't want to learn, and when they're ready to learn they can come back to me and learn. And you know, I think if the school would have taken a step back, done some design tests to see the stages of learning that they're at, and I think if they would have done that, they would have realised that, you know, this child is struggling, this child needs extra help, and they're struggling with not just letters, they can't even understand words, they don't even know the alphabet at all, so this child needs extra help. And I think if they would have done that years ago in school, they would have got on so well, they would have done a lot better. But I think being somebody that has dyslexia myself, I think the reason why I was able to resonate and really understand what the boys are going through is that I went through it myself. So I then started doing things like with the floppy and kibber books that I showed you earlier, I made things like prompt cards. So I laminated them, and little things like, you know, Dad, Biff, Mum, Floppy, and Kipper. Now what we did is I had a big A4 piece of paper with all these on, and then every time I said a name, they had to pick the name out and they had to put it down on the A4 piece of paper and match it up with the same card. And once we started doing that, in no time, when we started reading the books, they were so excited, like, oh, that's Kipper, this Kipper, Mum, that's her dad. And then what I did is I worked on from there, and I did A or R or the or ah. And once you start doing things like that, your kids will recognise the words, and they will always remember them, absolutely always remember them. So here we've got all our books. These are the ones that I now read on Storytime with Momma Core. So we have had some of these books for years and years, and we have got loads. I Want to Be, The Christmas Carol is literally, Pookie Loves Me, The Tractor Saves the Day. Oh god, they're all falling out. Obviously have to have the Gruffalo, Millie the Meerkat, and this is a good one. I like books like this. Is in Trouble Again. So it basically, books like this are teaching children about being nice to other people and not judging and stuff like that. I really like books like that. One of the favourite ones when the boys first start school. Now this book is over 10 years old. It's got to be, because it's when Evan first started school we got this. And it was Tom and Small, so it was about this little boy's first ever day in school. Absolutely brilliant, and that's the author there. But absolutely brilliant book, and the illustrations are absolutely amazing. Look at that for illustration. Absolutely brilliant. And the good thing about these books as well, that the boys can actually read these books because the sentences aren't long at all. I normally read these bits, and then my boys will say the smaller bits at the top. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, these are all our storybooks. Then on from here, we've got our dictionaries, we got the Atlas first edition. They've got their Minecraft stuff, Animals Around the World. Absolutely brilliant book. And with this one, sorry, I'll have to put it on my chair lift. to show you. So this book is absolutely brilliant, and so the reason why I like this so much, so it says here, it says the Rocky Desert, and there's an inscription there about the Rocky Desert, and then inside it's got the golden eagle, but then if you flip the book over, it's got an inscription here about what the golden eagle is. It soars high above the desert, then swoops down at great speed to catch its prey. And then you just pop it back in, and it goes back in, because each one is like made out of a thick card. And then it's got the rainforest, and then you've got all the pictures. Look at the illustrations, so beautiful. And it's got the woodland, and then it's got all about the woodland. And then you go down here, and then all these, every single creature, literally, you just pull it open, and then you find out about each creature on this page. So each creature, you pull back the page and you find out about it. Now this book here is Lift the Flap, Animals Around the World. Absolutely amazing. Really love this. I'll literally put this down below again. And then I've got this one, which I had as a kid. So that's cool. My mum literally gave me all the hand-me-downs, which I love. And then the Atlas of the World, French for beginners, because one of our children wants to learn French, so French for beginners. And then we've got all our maths books. Now we've got maths, we've got science, we've got loads of these books, and they are absolutely brilliant, and there is a lot of it too. So those are good for working at home. We do a lot of these books. There's another one, English. And then down here we've got their boxes that they take out. So when we're doing homeschooling, we will sit down and they will grab their own boxes. So there's Gethin's, there's Evans with his folder. So this is all work that we've printed out from online school. That's all their work there. And then inside these boxes, they've got their workbooks. As you can see, Gavin has been working. And then we've got our handwriting, concentrate on our handwriting. These are so cheap. They're like £2. Some of them are £1. Spelling and phonics, multiplications and division. Look at that. Can you see that? And then these books. Now these are the holy grail. These are absolutely brilliant. So these are maths, English and science, and they are the Golden Star books. Absolutely brilliant. And there's so much activity in these books. But with children with learning difficulties, I would sit down with them. These aren't the books that you're going to be able to give them and they're going to be able to go off and do them on their own. That's the other books that I showed you. But these ones are the books that you're going to have to sit down with them. You're going to have to explain. And this is what the teachers are not doing in the schools, you know. So many of the teachers said to me that they didn't have time to explain to every single child in the class. And I would be better off taking the children home and teaching them at home, which I did literally a couple of weeks later. I did that because I was teaching them more at home than they were learning in school. So it says, write the missing digits in these subtractions. And then what you do is then you work through here, and then if your children find it really, really hard, so in here is my goodie bag. So we really, really struggled with the alphabet when we first started homeschool. So what I did is I literally wrote out the alphabet, and then for every word, as you can see, it's A for apple, B for boat, and then we said B for butt, and then it was C, and then we made sure that it was See there? Castle, car. Not a kicking car, a normal car. And then you got D for dad, because that's what reminded them of the D. And then we got E. So each letter, they thought, what starts with the letter E that you know? And Evan, obviously. And then we got F, fish or flower. G for Gethin. H for house. And then I for igloo. Now the boys have done these themselves. J for jam. K for kite. L for love. M, of course, for mummy or Momma Core. N for nanny. O for ah. P for pig. Q for queen. R for robot. Look at that robot. S for snake. And if you make all these things fun, I guarantee T for Auntie Tara. U for then a finger pointing to you. And then V for vase. So every time they look at that, they're going to see that beautiful the vase. And make sure you pronounce that first letter, because they will remember. See, a little person diving off the diving board into the water. X, X-ray. Yeah, U, yo-yo. Z, and then what I did here is I did the B's so they knew that it was Z, 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 Z. You do those small little things. I know it takes time, but these little things that you can do, I promise you they will get it. I promise you. So these are all their activity books. They're my cooking books. Here I've got... So I've got history. So recently I've introduced history because the boys have been really excited. So these are the condensed history of the world. And inside there's literally everything. It's amazing. So these were from my parents. So I had these as a little girl. So that is awesome. And then I've got here, I've got spare canvases because we have got an artist in the family, which is Gethin. He follows me there. And then I have got the atlas of the world history. Now this is absolutely incredible. I actually go through this myself because I just love it. I absolutely love it. It says Near East and North Africa, Europe, other regions, culture and technology. Now inside it's everything, literally everything you would want to know about the history of the world. It's absolutely amazing. These little books that you can go through and you can sit together and work through are amazing. So this is our goodie shelf, and then we got these little containers full of paints, lots of paints, and these are our cards. So we get old cards and we make them into bookmarks. So these are the ones we've already done. These are Christmas cards made into bookmarks. And then we've got all our other books. Up here are pencils, pens, felt tips, Sharpies, stuff like that. And then this is stage, I'd say level 10. These are like full page letters. So it goes 1, 2, 3, then 4. This one here is Let's Read. And these are the Macmillan book set. Now this, I bought the whole set because it's better to buy the whole set. Believe me, it's so much cheaper to buy the full set than it is to buy one. And if you look, they are so good. The illustrations are absolutely immense. Those illustrations are absolutely amazing. And then you've got here safety information, and then they read through all this then. So there is a good amount of words. There's a couple of sentences, a couple of lines of words that they can work through, and by the time they've read through this from 1 to 6, then read from this to from 4 to 6, they would have already been able and capable to read these on their own, and then they'd follow up to read these. So we are currently here in this section. We're in the red at the moment, which is absolutely brilliant considering a couple of years ago the boys couldn't even read at all. So I'm really, really proud that we're able to do that. And what I'm going to show you next is a nice little haul that we did in Home Bargains for going back to school. So this is our most recent shopping for homeschool. Now basically with homeschool we've just done a top up of the things that we actually need. So all we've gone out and done is a top up of the activity books. So we've got spelling, we've got maths, there is numbers and reading and writing and timetables, and these are the help with homework, and these are Key Stage 2 books. And if you look, what a bargain, 99p, and they were at Home Bargains. Absolutely brilliant. They got additions, subtractions, and these are the ones that they can pick up themselves and do. I've got these in 6 to 8 years, and these in Key Stage 1, because obviously the boys do have learning difficulties. And then I've got a top up of felt tips. I got these, and these are washable as well. Absolutely brilliant. Look how amazing they look. So happy. They come with a little sharpener. So I basically just have a little top up, and then a glue stick because we've got some, but I always, when I go out, I always make sure I got extra because the boys do lots of crafting. I got activity paper, and it shows some of the things that you can make from them, and there's so many different colours there, and they're really, really thick paper as well, and they're A4 size, and that is the Create and Play set. And I also got these because these are absolutely amazing. They're 8 felt sheets, so you can make so many things for homeschool with these. Activities for learning or just arts and crafts. I've got some extra paintbrushes, absolutely love these, and they're fine tip ones as well, which are really, really hard to come by, and normally they're quite expensive. Some new pencils, then we've got some ballpoint pens because the boys are transferring into doing some work in pens and some work in pencils. Some more rubbers and sharpeners because they're the one thing that we always lose. I've got some sellotape, so always have a sellotape and this on hand because the boys find it frustrating if they don't have it. And a nice scissors. We've also got some notebooks as well, so they can do some work from their notebooks. But yeah, this is the haul that we've got so far. We tend to just go out and buy what we need when we need it, because it's pointless us going out and just buying an absolute load of stuff because it won't get used until a few months. Work around your children with the key stages. Start off at the bottom and work your way up. When you're homeschooling and you can see that your child is struggling doing the work they're doing, literally go down a few key stages. And there is a book called Early Learning, like the spelling, like the 6 to 8, they do go all the way down. So find early learning books, I'll link them down below as well. They are absolutely brilliant for beginners going into spelling, maths, even the times table. They really help you with that. And there's more pictures than words, so they can focus just on the pictures and add in, like there'll be like 3 fish and another 4 fish, so they'll count the fishes, and they tend to work so much better at the start in their learning stages rather than numbers, because I think they get more confused with numbers than they do with pictures. So that is some really good advice that I learned in the start of our journey. But yeah, just work around your kids and don't stress, just take each day at a time. Start at the bottom, the lowest stages in every single work, and I guarantee your kid will start enjoying doing homeschool more. Make everything fun. When you used to go to school, I guarantee it, because I was the same, because I had really bad learning difficulties when I used to go to school, and I had to go to a special needs unit because I really struggled, and it was quite embarrassing, and I never told anybody about it in school, and I still speak to my teachers now, which is quite nice. But yeah, I couldn't read and write or tell the time or anything like that until I was older than 15, 16. So everybody learns in their own time. If you have got a child with learning difficulties, dyslexia, dyspraxia, ADHD, autism, work around them. Make it fun, and I guarantee they'll love learning. Just find out the things that they love and work from there. Like if they're into Fortnite, do your own Fortnite books and do Fortnite stickers, count the stickers. Or if you can't do that, when I started out, I couldn't afford to buy loads of books, so I used to draw. I bought a book like this, and basically I used to draw loads of animals, and the boys used to do maths, or I used to write letters so they could do their handwriting, or you know, little spelling words like cat or at, or just little words. Just start off really small and make it fun for them. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to tell you, or if you are thinking about homeschooling, then yeah, I'd love to answer any of your worries that you've got on your mind. It is the best thing that I've done, homeschooling my children. Children with learning difficulties really struggle in mainstream school, and it really is the best thing I've done, and they've really flourished since we've done it. So what I'm going to be doing now is putting it all away and we are done. I can't literally wait to get started with all these goodies. What I will show you is basically a little glimpse into some of their online work, because what I did, this is such a brilliant idea. People that have got OCD and they just love organisation, this is a great tip, but people that are homeschooling that just want a little bit of extra help, these are their folders. So they've each got their own box with all their folders that we work from. This is all their completed work. This big bulk of stuff that I put in last, this is the stuff that I've got to mark that I've already gone through the folder. I go through these boxes once a week, and then I sit down one night and I just literally go through them and mark them. Work through the ones that they haven't done right. They've both got one of these folders. They've chose the colours they like. That is a massive, massive key in choosing it. In this folder, I've got art, science, letter work, word work, maths, outdoor skills, so that's like outdoors, like bushcraft, anything like that really. Life skills, like learning how to wash and do your own laundry, how to cook, which the boys really love. RE, which is religious education, clockwork, we've got phonics and specialist work, which that they get to choose every week a different subject where they want to learn more of. Like, so we've got history that we just introduced, so that's why it's not in the folder, because we just introduced it. Then they'll choose a specialist subject. So if there's anything in the world they want to know about, we'll do a special lesson where all day we'll research about that subject. We'll do little essay on it, we'll do picture work, and we'll really find out about that favourite subject that they wanted to learn, that they chose for that week, and that's really exciting. They love that. So I'll show you bits of that next time, but yeah, that is there. So under each thing, then what we do is we go online and then we print out different, so then we've got English, so be kind to your teeth, so learning about these sort of things. Plants are yummy, so how to do planting. Then we've got all our phonics, so this is really important. So underline the correct homophone to complete each sentence. The boy was late for school as he had been or been to the doctor's. So is it been or been? So basically, then you help your children, especially with learning difficulties. You've got to find out by trying loads of different methods how they learn. Everybody learns differently. My boys are very hands-on. They've really got to do it to learn from it. And I think once you find out how your child learns, you're going to fly through everything. and that's some of the stuff that they really like. I found these old books as well, and they are all to do with money, which is really good. But yeah, this is what we've done, and we've organised it so they can grab these themselves and they can work from them. So they both got one of these books. So what I'll do now is go through and start putting everything back. Homeschooling section was part of it. We have got more, but this is our main homeschool section. I hope you've enjoyed. This was just like a little glimpse. If you have any questions or want to know any more at all, then just let me know and I will try and do future videos. I can go more into depth on their books or how we do our classes or anything like that. Just let me know and I'll do another video. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time, lovelies.